Episode 24. The tomb. The last outer room we haven't explored yet. It's got some creepy music. The Sinclair family crypt is as gloomy as it is immense. The true Sinclair legacy lies here, resting underneath the stones. A parade of distant relations and forgotten ancestors. It is a black print, and a dead end, and an outer room. The only black print we've seen, I'm pretty sure. Wasn't done looking there. Sometimes it's hard to tell where the highlighted cursor is. The only types of prints we see are blueprints and black prints. They're technically purple blueprints or whatever, but they're called bedrooms, and same thing with the other green and yellow ones or whatever. But we know about black prints from our history lesson. Because of age, they became black. So this is an old thing, if that wasn't clear. We've seen some of candles like this, I guess, or more like this, in the other part at the bottom of the well. Who lit these candles, by the way? Is this a secret pass? You tell me, right? If it was a secret pass? Is now the time where I need to know all of their names? Oh boy, wait a second. We've got puzzles. Okay. I haven't been writing down their names. I've recorded, like a lot of them, in just last episode as well. Oh. We got dig spots here. Bring a shovel next time, I guess. There's a lot going on down here, like way more than any other outer room. Let's just start one by one. We'll fully explore later. So who is this? It couldn't be him. Is this where he is? Where he's buried? And what's that stamp in the top right? Kinda wish we had the magnifying glass. Simon. So here's where it all ends. Assuming this is, yeah. At least for me. And of all the picturesque places of this grand estate, I chose this dreary, dank dungeon to be laid to rest. And that same dim, somber fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there is no stranger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition, twice as strong. These are chains that seldom bend and never break. And I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life at the sake of our own? Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak, overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods and wealthy mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds that trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in this sunless hollow. And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend if not break these chains, then would I cherish this tomb more than oak, and sycamore and spruce, more than the wondrous woods and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot, to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this sepulchre as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric, and to in turn, as recompense for the freedom thus granted you, commit yourself to be buried here within this mausoleum of dreams, and when the day comes to write your own letter, to inspire the next generation that follows in our footsteps. As is tradition, Herbert S. Sinclair. What do you think, Simon? You like the idea of that? Who knows? With time, maybe you'll come to think the same way. Is this having an effect on you? It's having an effect on me. And I'm not even related. So he's just in that corner. What about the rest of this place? That's 4 angels and 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's number 8? And what the hell is this supposed to be? We can't interact with it, but I'm sure it has meaning. It always does. Each of our journeys come to a conclusion here in the tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end, or is it? We know it's not. It's called the dead end, but it's not, is it? We know about the other side, or rather, the connection, from that one map at the bottom of the well. We probably might have found this place earlier than the bottom of the well, if we selected it the first time we got an outer room. Hang on. This one, and that one. No change. Okay, it's not related to that. There's a way through, somewhere. Not that the map is going to help us. We would need a different map. The actual map. The one we only have the right side of. Another one of these. They might not be anything, it might just be decoration. Much of this might just be places for coins to spawn in whenever you get a dead end. It's a good money-making scheme here, I guess. You could wait to create an outer room until you draft much of the house, but then you wouldn't know what kind of outer room you're making. It feels like these are designed to build your house planning around. I think these are all just tables for coins to spawn in. There's gotta be something to light candles. You saw that in the other part of the basement. The bottom of the well. Well, let's just lower all of them. That's 2. We know there are 8 angels, but we don't know what the 8th one is, so maybe we don't see it here. The one hidden behind in the back of the chapel. This is obviously a puzzle type 3 situation with these angels, meaning we have to come back here with exterior information, whereas puzzle type 2 would be solving it here in the room right now, with whatever is available, which we don't have. Unless we're doing it right now. Did that do anything? Lowering all 7? Did we open that one door? No. This is definitely a door. These candles are different. They're just kind of colored differently. Alright. That's it for now. No, wait. Maybe this is the door? I guess. It looks more like a door than anything else. And then these, they're also a different color. Oh, very strange. We don't have like a torch or anything, we can't pick up a candle. Whatever. We've got money. In the tomb. Specifically, it spreads 5 coins here. I think it's technically part of the house, the outer room, or whatever, by the rules of the game. So if we get the conference room, any coins should be spread there after we create the conference room, and not before. Alright, let's play the normal game. Puzzle type 1, which is just connecting rooms and stuff, managing your currencies and all that. A dead end, but we don't have to do that immediately. If we get a computer in this run, gotta remember to get that upgrade disc from the bottom of the well. Dead end or breakfast nook. I mean, we're gonna get a dead end eventually. You know what? Let's gamble for the walk-in closet, or the other thing, the bedroom closet. If I never go for it, I'm never gonna get it. So let's go for it. No luck. Unless I get it from the boudoir. This is stupid. Why am I gambling for this? Well, it's a free gem anyway in this room. It's just kind of common, right? That closet. It's always there. Always very common at the front of the game, or the front of the house. Come on, don't be the storeroom, be the closet. Whatever. At least we can mark off this section of the wing. We don't have to go back here anymore. Not that it really matters. This might be a pretty short run. Keys for sale. You know what? Why not? I can tell you why not, because we might get a dead end from the entrance hall, that's why. But I'm gonna do it. I'm playing stupidly this time. I just kind of want to spend these on a key or something. Like a special key that we've never seen before. You know what? Because I so rarely enter the locksmiths, that's probably why I've never seen rarely see the secret garden key. I feel like I only got it that one time at the beginning. Oh, the lockpick hit though. We can come back for the special key. We have 10 coins, so let's use all 10. Alright, game's not over. Probably the smart thing to do would be to move forward, so I think we'll do that. Save the corridor. You could just get a dead end if we go to the right and find that it's 2 dead ends and something going back to the locksmiths. Puzzle type 1 stuff, strategizing. Kinda risky. Let's get a star, why not? Is it worth it? I guess we have to lockpick it, and it tends to be worth it. Does anything happen with 6 stars? Oh. I never even thought this was possible. So that's why. The observatory just became a lot more useful. So next time it's going to be the apple, and then after that the key. But then after that, 9 and 10, it could just be like a combination of anything adding up to all those numbers or whatever. And it just keeps going up like that, I guess. Or something. I think we're gonna want to read that book about stars. It'll probably explain more on this. It might just say the exact same thing that we realized just now. Well, would you look at that? Not the keys that I thought we might get back. But still worth it, I guess. Unfortunately, if we are locked, we're kind of, well, we've got the locksmiths. We could afford 1 normal key. Reasonable, this I think. No item. I think I have seen the keycard spawn on this table. It's kind of like the golden gun, right? Getting the key card in the security room. At least for later game stuff. Alright, our usual macro complete. What's inside? Where? Where did I miss all of these? 10 coins? Oh right, because it counts as inside the estate or whatever. Where'd I miss the 1 key though? Yeah, so there would be 10 keys here, or 10 coins, because we made 2 dead ends. The storeroom and the locksmiths. If we make a hallway that goes nowhere, does it count as a dead end? Probably not. Where's that 1 key? Where'd I miss it? Oh, I'm pissed. I'm pissed that I missed a key. I don't want to walk back though. Maybe if we have to go back for the locksmith, or if we want to go back for special key. We'll look around then. Dining room is reasonable. We'll do it. And actually, rank 4, right? We want to double check our lettering here. Just left the security room, but I wanted to check that one again. This one we're pretty confident is T, right? Stage and Sage. But over to the right of here are 2 blanks. Let's see about those. If we can. This is not the best move in the world. I want to go to the office to read those emails. But I also want to go to the library, and it heads in the direction I want it to. Alright, let's hear about those stars for next time. I guess the only thing we haven't read after this would be The Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Seems like real introductory stuff. Might be a lot more important than that. Probably a lot more important than the pump system user manual, which told us nothing that we didn't already know. Right. Okay, this again. Yeah, we already knew this one. Rather, we knew that in the 4-4 coordinate it was match and tree. We know it to be pine for like a couple of different pictures, but it might use a different letter here. Because how does pine relate to match? Fire, flame. Wood? You know what? If we can get the room next to this, it'd be a lot easier, this one here. Just kind of hoping we can get to it. This lets us go to the left, but this is new and free. This is also new, and we would get several keys. We have the lockpick, and we have the locksmiths. We have a fair bit of money. The study is pretty intensive cost on gems. If we choose the study, we're spending gems. If we choose the servants' quarters, we're spending 1 gem to get several keys. And we know the lockpick isn't a foolproof plan. We'll do it. The servants' quarters. Even though we want to go to the right, we'll just hope we can get to the foundation. Or maybe we don't have to hope we can get to the foundation, we can redraw if we use the study. I'm indecisive. Which one would have better lore? Probably the study, right? Which one's more rare? We can't see it from here. Without knowing, I would like to have keys, I guess. I'm gonna do it. I'm about to do it. I did it. No, wait. We did the servants' quarters before. I mean, tactically speaking, it's not a terrible thing here to come back. But I would have wanted the new room if I remember what this was in what room. Right, it's Hartley's room. So he can be summoned to the master bedroom, ladyship's chamber, guest bedroom, nursery, bunk room, and boudoir. Looks like there's a maximum of 10 keys I can spawn. Because there are 8 of these, and then servants' quarters counts as 2, or no, the bunk room counts as 2. And there's also the aquarium, which counts as 2. Although you can get multiple aquariums through the right build, so you could somehow wind up with more than 10 keys, maybe. And also the hovel is 1. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, we know that's a lie. How is this any help, though? We went through a lot of trouble to use the magnifying glass inside the dark room, which told us that green notes in Hartley's room always lie, if I remember that right. All this tells us is that there are not 12 major keys. Who cares? What's this box? Well, alright. Get me to the foundation. That'll work. We'll spend our diamond, I guess. Don't have a shovel, unfortunately. No shovel spawning? Wait. Huh. For some reason I thought it'd be lined up, like, against the wall here. I guess I've seen something spawn there, but not usually a shovel. I guess the shovel spawns here in this room, inside that rock. I was looking right at it and I said it wasn't in this room. Alright, we can buy keys. Maybe I should have actually saved those diamonds after all. We can't dig up diamonds, only coins and keys and I think. Yeah. We're the key master, we got no diamonds though. Shall we go back for coins and whatnot? No, we can spawn more dead ends. Not that we want to spawn dead ends, not while we're trying to progress. The dead end that we do want, though, is the code check. Let's see if we can get that. That's lucky. 3 of them. That's not lucky. Well, I guess it's going to be this. Just because we're so low on gems. Unfortunately, we're missing the bottom right here. There's a gem. If only you were in our hand just prior. Music kinda changed. Like out of nowhere. Was it because of the foundation or what? Do we want to open this from security instead? Does it really matter? We would like save steps if we backtrack. Because if we have to snake through security, then the dining room, then the courtyard, then the room to the left, it'd be kind of a problem, right? It'll only take 2 more steps to do this, and we would save several trips if we're doing several trips, like, well, I'll just try it. Okay. Alright, the lockpick worked. Aquarium's hard to pass up. But I might have to. It's kind of not safe to go to the left. We can't guarantee heading north. Do I dare gamble? This is also a black print, isn't it? Never really thought about it, but that bottom left corner, it's black. I think we head up, just because I'm so afraid of this run ending. Or we continue though. Yep, there it is. I never took note of it, but there's black print right in text. So I guess we actually had two black prints this entire time. Or there was one that I never really looked at. Are we in the territory of rooms I don't have letters for? We've got this one already, the I. The one to the left though, we're kinda missing. But above here should be an A that we have to confirm. Because we just assumed it was an A but never actually checked. It's annoying we are missing these left side things, but we'll do this. Alright, so we've got a tag and... okay, we've seen this before. In fact, I probably wrote down the coordinate, right? Was this... yeah, do 6. Coast and a tag, I guess. A 10. If this is an A room, as we expect, then what would be the difference between coast and... well, it would be cast. Or not cast, cost. This doesn't make sense though as a cost. Is it a cost? I don't know. Either way, I'm just going to write down a question mark for gates, since we got every other letter pretty confidently, I think. Alright, let's see if our run is over. Run's not over. Run's over. Just give us the 20 extra steps, I guess. Any lore we want? Well, we can't even open this. This would have let us continue the run, but we're out of gems. Never actually made the parlor this time. Feels like it became less likely the further north I went. Hey, we got some coins. You know, maybe I should have gone back and got that special key. I definitely should have done that. To get something that was more likely to go north or whatever. Like a silver key or something. We weren't guaranteed a silver key though. Well, I guess we can check. It's not like we can hang on to this money. We can do this though. You know what? I could have gone back for these chests, I forgot. There are probably gems in here, or better yet, rerolls. Another botched run. My signature move. The keymaster was no doors. That's me. Oh, we wouldn't have had any chances anyway. No gems. Can you believe it? Still, we would have been saved by the special key, I guess. Probably. Yeah, we would have been saved by this. Too bad. Should have thought of it. One last thing before we leave. That upgrade disc. I was thinking about trading it for that wrench thing. We can do that some other time if we luckily get an upgrade disc somewhere else. There might actually be limited upgrade discs in the game, I don't know. Is this anything? No. There's certainly a limited amount of rooms you can upgrade, unless you're allowed to reset one of your previously upgraded rooms to a new thing, and the upgrade discs would still have use up until the very end. Buried floor plan, huh? Number 10. I'm gonna take a photo of this quickly. Didn't do that last time. I've got a lot of things on recording, but some obvious things I think I can just take a photo of. There. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the angel levers that we pulled in the tomb. No, like lit torches or whatever, despite the number 8. It's just a recurring thing, the 8. 8 letters, 8 angels. 8 candles there, probably a lot more that I'm not really thinking of. Excuse me. Might as well check this other room. See if pulling those levers did anything. Nothing. Not surprising. You're always chiseling away, bit by bit, at different things. Specifically, the underground here feels like the big thing to chisel away at. There's a bunch of other things, too. Like the letters across the house, a message or whatever. New rooms in general. And of course, roguelike upgrading and whatnot. And of course, lore. And the fires. Connected to the pipes. Would that upgrade discs that we got in Lady Epson's room respawn in Lady Epson's room? What can we get today? I'm thinking maybe the pantry will be upgraded. It seems to upgrade all of the easy stuff, right? Oh, the hallway. Hallway with a key. Hallway with a locked trunk. Add an extra hallway to tomorrow's draft pool. Like a normal hallway or a hallway with the same effect? For like, add infinite hallways? Probably not. Because you could add an extra hallway if it has this effect to tomorrow's draft pool, and then there'd be 2. And then you get 2 of these, and then they spawn 2 more for tomorrow. And then you have 4, and etc., etc. That's probably not how it works. This is an interesting effect. A key is always nice. Hallways are, well, they're doors. They're not dead ends. They give you something to work with, don't they? I think I like this effect. The locked trunk has probably more goodies than a single key. And as long as you spend 1 key, of which we, clearly, sometimes have way more than we need, then it might be most worse to get the trunk. And experiments trigger off of trunks. This is a guarantee. We always get the hallway no matter what. I mean, unless we pass it up for something else. I think it's gonna be this. High risk, high reward, right? By the way, how many coins are in that, 25 coins, can you believe it? That's because we just hit dead ends. A lot of them. It's kind of a problem. Well, we can just end the day. Yeah, let's do that. You know, there are still letters, I think, in the mailroom, if we get that to spawn again. Our experiment summoned 3 letters to the mailroom, but that might have only been on the same day we did the experiment. Just really hoping the post office hung on to our mail that we missed. Rustic, huh? Why is it rustic? A lot of old stuff, maybe? I tend to avert my eyes elsewhere, just thinking about things. Oh right, we got that. When the day starts, so I only just now realize that very clearly the well is drained whenever we're zooming in, as we normally do. What's this? Oh, that's a bird. I thought it was some item that I've missed the entire time, as I usually do. I guess it's been like 3 days since the well was drained or something, and it's only been the first day that I actually recognized it in the opening crawl of the camera. Alright, what are we playing today? We've got 90 steps. Probably the hovel, yeah. 90 steps on a hovel day. It's gonna be this. Shelter has a safe that we can open for a diamond, but it's kind of a lot of steps to get the diamond. We don't really know how time passes, not too well. It's just kind of annoying to come back here for it. Other than that, we get the protection from the red rooms. Would be good for a red room build or whatever. We're building towards steps today, though. And we already got that pipe, but it might be something inside. Do we dare waste a step when we're spending our steps for something else just to check inside for an item? I guess we do. Right, that only turns it off. Apparently we missed a key in that last run, somewhere in the room. Don't know where. Have we read all of these, by the way? The outer rooms? I might have skipped one or two. No, we read those. No, I think I read all these. I'm not sure if I fully explored the root cellar. I'll make a note to try to come back here. I know there were dig spots in there, but there might be more to just look around at. I feel like I've seen... Well, we know we got one of the pipes here for the fire, as well as one over in the hovel here. I don't think there was one in the trading post, definitely not the tomb, I think. Shrine might be worth examining again, definitely not the shelter, I don't think. Tool shed, probably not, but we can check. If there is a pipe that we've missed, a valve or whatever, I think it's inside the green, whatever it's called, the root cellar. Or like somewhere else outside, or even inside. Who knows? Not me. Well, there we go. We can spawn this in right now. Hope we make it to the foundation. But we don't have to pick up the key until we actually get there. We'll save it. Well, maybe we want to pick it up now. And we can always come back to the code check if we think our run is about to game over so we don't lose the basement key. It's not like we're going to run out of steps immediately, even if we fail the red parlor room. And just to be sure, it's right there, right? It's extra precious cargo. I just want to make sure it's in our inventory. Well, that's good. Why not, yeah? It costs steps, but we have so many steps. No item, no item. Run the macro. There was kind of no point in checking that, huh? Always gotta wait for the text to fully load in. Well, kind of. We can try for the closet again? Maybe. One of these days, we're gonna get the bedroom closet with the bonus. Not today. This storeroom. You should be the closet. Maybe save the drawing room? When we're at the start like this, we want to turn around and head back towards the foyer. Not too late. I think. That's my strategy. Could make it the chapel for the... just for the purpose of getting the extra stuff from the red parlor. We can go around the chapel from the entrance hall, probably. And if not, we can just step through the chapel. Yeah, let's go up. Don't have to explore all the way to the left. Well, we could spend our 1 coin, or more than 1 coin, do the chapel. We could experiment with this. But no. I think we're good. Give us the allowance. Well, it's not a terrible place for it. The items could be useful if we go to the commissary and find like 2 dead ends and something going back to the chapel that runs over. I think we just want the doors now, so we can get to the foundation. And the commissary might pop up later anyway. We have all these steps, and we have the hovel with the steps for that perfect combo, but this is all useless to us unless we can drain the reservoir, and we can't really do that unless we get all the necessary rooms or whatever, which is kind of hard to do. I mean, maybe we're in the best position to do it right now. Because we're doing this. This is exactly what we need to get everything we need. Let's try to get to the basement first, though. I think. Well, we can explore the house first. And try to see if we can actually get, somehow, the boiler room connected to the pump room for the vents, with the vents. Of which there are only a few things that actually help with that, like security. Do we step inside? There could be a key. Let's explore the lower ranks first. We could do this. Wait, the pump room. And it's connected to the passageway, which we know has the stuff above us, the air vents. This could be important. We gotta try it. All the water is where we left it. Nothing's reset. Okay, we need this now. We might need this now. We could, like, go around. Anything we want to change? We could. There's nothing that we can do at the bottom of the fountain anymore, unless we drain the reservoir, but that would require probably filling the fountain again, I think. I think we empty the reservoir as much as we can right now while we're here. Just so that we can see if there's anything doable with a partially drained reservoir, with only 2 pips of water left, I guess. And of course we would have to enter from somewhere other than the fountain. So yeah, this... And these are full, so they have to go into actually the fountain first, which is number 1. So drain this way. Right, we don't even need to look at this anymore. It's all actually very straightforward. So now from 2, we want it to go back in. Okay, it's going to be a lot of back and forth here for the reservoir. No way around it. Why is this like a slightly different color? Does that matter? This is also a slightly different color, like the one above, compared to this part here, the left and the right here. Is there any meaning behind that? The fountain had to be fully drained for us to get to the bottom, right? I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll just drain this all the way and see what happens. Presuming that we can get to the other side from the foundation basement. Right, this way. There's gonna be a lot of this for a while. little while longer. Actually, just one more run. Well, two more, I guess, to fill the tank again. If we get the utility closet, we can bypass this. Do we even have to wait for this? I feel like leaving the room... Well, I don't think it would, but it feels like leaving the room would cancel out the current step. But it probably doesn't. So yeah, just 2 pips remaining on that, but I don't feel like that's enough. Probably not, right? We probably need this. I would assume. Alright, we're heading north of the passage. This is connected by the vent. So if we get that special room, the boiler room, it is okay to build it here. What to do? The furnace is like affected by the boiler, right? But in what way? And we would have to connect the boiler through the pump room to the passageway to the furnace, which we can't guarantee until we get the utility closet or something else, but I don't know, just the funeral parlor? We could try to get the boiler room from the back of the pump room through the funeral parlor. Let's see. Boiler room... Right, this doesn't work. Probably not, right? Just wondering. The silver key wouldn't help us here, because it's only 2 things, or I guess it was 3 doors. Maybe the silver key would work here, to increase your chances. Because the silver key does result in 3 room doors, or 3 door rooms, rather. Not that we have a silver key anyway. Damn. No luck. There's no more vents, it's all over. Well, we can still get the basement through the foundation, I guess. Just, I don't know, the den. We'll take the gem and try to connect through the pool room. Or through here to the foundation. Let's, try the pool room first, less likely to be locked. Now we could drain the pool temporarily, get all those coins. That is an option to us available for this run. Well, shit. Okay. I don't hate the Great Hall immensely. Because there's good stuff behind it sometimes if we manage to get a way to unlock doors. We can put this here for now. The far side's going to be locked. Or not. Oh right, because there's an existing room, so by the rule of, like, backdoor entry or whatever, it unlocks. Okay, that worked. Ignoring the rest of these doors for now. We are going to the basement. With the basement key. The other side of the basement. More secrets next time. That would be a good time to take a break.